My name's Kent Avery, originally from Winnipeg. I started 4 summers ago, just doing small ones. And it slowly evolved and to what you see here. It's very soothing because you're in a slowed down state of mind. You're concentrating on that, you're slow. There's chatter going on in the background sometimes. There's people yelling, hey, what kind of glue do you use? But you just kind of got to focus that out. But a lot of people can't believe it. They'll come up to me and they'll ask me, can you move one? Can you take one down? Can you do one for me? Because I don't believe they got to be glued, or you got to have rods in there. Or, that's a common question. What kind of glue do you use? It's the balance point, finding the balance, and then from there on it's gravity, and in a lot of cases the weight of the rock. I mean, they don't look, even the small ones can be fairly heavy, some of them, enough to give it that weight, that center. It's a lot of feel. You can look at it and we'll say, well, I think this will go here, but until you actually feel it, because they start to shift, the ones underneath can move. So then slowly, more slowly, you're adjusting until finally you can start to let go. And then if I give it a little touch on top, like the lightest tap, if it stays, then I know it's probably going to stay. But if it starts to move, I know there's a good chance it's going to fall soon, or it needs to be adjusted more. Quite dangerous. They can twist quickly, they can slip out of your hands. The weight, can pull you down if you're walking too fast with one and you slip. Most people are pretty positive. They'll say, wow, we love what you're doing. We always come by, we see your work, it really touches us. We're happy you're doing it. And other times once in a while we get a very strong negative reaction, like, I don't think you should be doing this, you should leave the beach alone, it's better, just natural, this is, not right, or something like that. Or they'll just say, it doesn't look good. There was a woman one time sitting on one of the benches for about an hour, and she was really brooding, kind of really serious looking. I thought, wow, I wonder if she maybe doesn't like them, or doesn't, I couldn't tell. But an hour later, and it was quiet at that time, nobody else was around, she came up to me and she said, I want to thank you so much for what you've done here. It touched me so deeply, I'm almost in tears. I'd forgotten how simple beauty is as nature, taking something from nature and being creative with it. I'd forgotten about how expressive that could be, and I'm beginning to remember now. I want to try things.